Hi and welcome back to this podcast. My name is Amrita Mishra and I've been a corporate slave for the last 2.5 years. And I'm here to share my learnings and I bring other guests to share their learnings about different career challenges and how to navigate those challenges. So let's start. Today we are going to share or discuss some practical tips about time management. So, today we are going to talk about time management, and I will be sharing three practical steps that have really improved my performance and really helped me balance multiple projects at once because it can get very exhausting at times because there are so many contexts and you need to do context switching. Your brain gets tired, your body feels lethargic, all that, even when all that you're doing is just sitting on your desk. Okay, so it's just very natural, and I feel like a lot of people discuss generic time management tips, but I will be sharing some very specific tips that have really helped me. So let's just dive into it and yeah, let's get started. So the first thing that has really helped me is prioritization. So when I'm making a to-do list for myself, I have all the things in red color. So I do it on OneNote, and all the things that I need to get done for a project are in red. Then all the things that are apart from project work, so let's say any firm contributions or any volunteering opportunities, those are in blue. And any of my personal tasks like filling the time cards, time sheets, whatever, or maybe reaching out to someone for a project or maybe connecting with someone, all of those personal tasks are in green color. So that is how I've sorted it. Also, what helps me is when I have to prioritize a task, I try to put it first in the list. And it's easier to do that when you are making your to-do list in a digital format, so you can just copy paste it in the first row. So that is I do it so that it's first in the list and it's on top of my mind, and then I go to the second item. What I also sometimes do when my to-do list becomes overwhelming is I just write down that one item that I need to complete on my notebook, and unless and until I finish that item, I do not write anything else on my notebook. So basically, I tend to go from digital to physical to do list on those days, and I just write that one item. I finish that one item, then I tick it, and then I take the second item from my to do list and then add it here and then complete it. So it does not take a lot of time actually. It takes lesser time than you might think, and it has been very effective for me because focusing on one thing at a time is what our brains are trained to do. And when we multitask or switch our context immediately, it just decreases our productivity overall. The second thing that has really helped me is to take frequent breaks. I cannot sit for long hours and work, so I decide that, let's say if it's 11:36, I'll decide that I'll work till 12, and then I'll take a small break. I'll maybe, if I'm working from home, I'll do some errands like folding clothes or something, or if I'm in office, then I'll just go and get some green tea or go and chat with a colleague or anything. My favorite time of the day is tea breaks, when I just pull anyone in my office and just take them to just get some chai from the complex in front of our office. So that is my favorite time of the day. I look forward to it, because that gives a really good break to my mind. I really look forward to it. So just having frequent breaks helps you like keep your mind fresh, helps improve your productivity, and yeah, yeah, that's it. Just gives you something to look forward to while you're working so that you can get your work done quicker. Also, there's this principle, I don't remember, maybe I'll just write down the name for it later. So there's this principle that the amount of time you give to a task is the time in which that task get completed. So if I say that I need 2 hours to do a specific task, then it will take me that 2 hours. But sometimes if I say that I need just 30 minutes to do this, let me just give it 30 minutes and I'll give it my best shot, I may be able to do it in 30 minutes, and I don't need those 2 hours. So yeah, that is how it can work. And yeah, taking frequent breaks has been a real game changer for me. I just cannot sit for very long hours and work. That just makes my brain tired. The third thing, and probably the most important thing or the most beneficial thing you can do, is to set boundaries. So I know it can be challenging, but deciding that I will not start my work, sorry, I will not, yeah, I'll not start my work until this timing, no matter what. And if I'm starting to work at this time, I need to get done with work at this time so that I have time for myself, I have time for my social connections, I have time for my relationships, and anything and everything else, right? I have time for my hobbies or something. So yeah, just having those boundaries really really helps. So for me, um I like these days I'm starting work at 10:30, 11ish, or even 10 o'clock sometimes, and I wrap it up by 6, 7, sometimes even later. It can get up to 8 or 9. But yeah, I don't think I have worked after 9 p.m. in a very, very long time, and I don't want to. No one wants to. Like, I have dinner after that, and I go for walks, and then I speak to my family and friends, and then I read a book, journal, and I go to sleep so that I can start my next day with a fresh mind and not with the same work stuff. So at least try avoiding doing work a couple of like maybe 1 hour before bed, so that your mind is fresh and it's like you don't get dreams of working. I don't know what else to say about that. I feel that boundaries are super, super important. And don't even get me started on working on weekends. I don't know why or how some people expect that, or even working on holidays. You're not supposed to do it, okay? So just don't do it. And yeah, just decide on some boundaries that you feel are going to help you, and just start with that. Set those boundaries, and yeah, just give yourself a hard stop, or a hard start. In this next part, we are going to talk about how you can actually implement these things. So for boundaries, I think I've already discussed it a little bit. Just decide what time you want to start and what time you want to stop, right? So let's say if you're starting at 7 a.m. in the morning, and some people do, so decide that you're not going to work beyond 3 p.m. or 4 p.m. in the evening, or even 5 p.m. Fine. Let's just stretch yourself a little bit, and not beyond 5 p.m. Please do yourself a favor, because anyway, to start work at 7 a.m., you need to wake up earlier and set your mood and mind for it. So just decide on those boundaries and enforce them today, right? It will take some time, it will take some practice, but you will get there. So I feel that setting boundaries is the first practice that you should implement. And the second practice would be the prioritization. Sometimes if you have two projects, if you're juggling with two projects, then maybe do one project's work in the first half and the other project's work in the second half. This is what I have been advised by my seniors, and it has worked really well in the past. So you can definitely do that, and you can prioritize, right? You know what is more urgent and important in a current scenario. So prioritize that, do that, and then move on to the other things. As far as taking frequent breaks is concerned, Pomodoro is a good method to implement it. I used to do that for some time, but I don't find it as useful right now, because I don't like that I have to get up at 25 minutes. What if I'm in a flow state? What if I'm getting so much of my work done very quickly, and I need to stay for a little more time? I need to stay for 45 minutes, or maybe I need to stay less. I need to stay for 10 minutes and then I'm out. So yeah, just maybe go about it task wise, right? I need to complete this much of a task, and then I'll take a break, then I'll start and with this other set of tasks. So that is also something you can do, but do take frequent breaks. These three advices are very simple to implement, and like you can get started with them today, right now, if you want. So yeah, not just in your career, I think it's also good to have in your other areas of life. These habits help you in other areas of life as well. So I think I'm hoping that you will implement this and it will help you as much as it helped me. um, and thank you for watching this video. This was the first ever episode of Career Circles, and do let me know what are the other topics you feel could be more helpful for you. And if you have not subscribed to this channel already, then what are you waiting for? Just do it already, because there are a lot more things that are coming for you that I've learned in the last 2.5 years, and I'm also going to have other people come here and talk with us. So yeah, there are a lot of learnings awaiting you in this podcast, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye bye.